Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of the Smooth Business Growth Podcast, where we share 15 minutes of fast-paced pure marketing strategies proven to move the needle in your business. So I'm your host and Captain Lindsay Phillips. I am the founder of Smooth Sailing Business Growth, where we help busy entrepreneurs attract and convert customers faster through powerful and consistent content marketing. In fact, if you go to smoothbusinessgrowth.com, at the end of the show, you can download your social media roadmap to help you do just that. So those of you that know me know I love tools and online apps, and I love sharing them. So I was super psyched to hear that Oliver Wellington, startup junkie and co-founder of the most popular audio and video creator on the market, Headliner app, is with us today on the podcast. So let's set sail. Welcome aboard, Oliver.
Ahoy, Captain Lindsay. How are you?
I am fabulous. We were saying off air, I totally dig tools. I don't know why. I love sharing. I think a lot of people get hung up in like, oh my God, they're so hard to learn or use or whatever. So I love sharing them. So let's start at the beginning here. So what spawned the start of Headliner?
So Headliner kind of came out of a little bit of a side project for us. It's a side project / kind of something I was working with. So we originally had an app that allowed podcasters to record interviews, and the WNYC released an open sourced audiogram generator, and I just wanted to try it out and send it to some of my friends that podcast. And I'm not a techie, right? Like, I mean, the whole team here on our team is basically techies except for me. And so I couldn't figure out how to install the open source code and use it. So one of the people on our team put it up on a server, and so I could access it from the web, and then I just kind of started sharing that with people, and then they kind of started using it and sharing it with other people. And then it just was breaking a lot because it wasn't really made for that kind of usage level that it was getting. And so we ended up kind of reinforcing that and building around it. But eventually we just kind of decided we'd have to build our own kind of thing from the ground up that could handle a large volume of users and kind of be flexible because, for all the different types of videos you can create. So we stopped kind of focusing on that mobile app and have been working on Headliner exclusively since January. Actually, I should say since mid-December of last year.
So it's still a newbie.
Yeah, it's pretty new.
Wow, it's gained a lot of traction fast.
Yeah, no, it's been great. And a lot of it's through word of mouth, and we reach out to people that we think might like to use it. And, the product kind of speaks for itself.
Awesome. In a quick synopsis, can you share what Headliner is and what it does for people?
So Headliner is essentially an online social video creator, and it kind of is under the premise that you're taking some content that you already have and then repurposing it for social media. So you could start from a clip from your podcast, for example, and turn that into a video or into an audiogram or any type of kind of social media ready video, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You could also you could take a blog post as well, and it'll take keywords from the blog post, match those to images, and then or video, and then turn that into a video. You can even actually take a video, because we're all about like making video better for social. So you can actually even take a video, and we have a transcription tool that allows you to transcription and creatively put captions on the video. And so these are kind of like the three main areas that we're focused on now is audio to video for social, text to video for social, and then making video more social friendly by adding in kind of the larger than your average captions on there.
I love that. And so, I mean, obviously social media is huge for growing relationships, getting more exposure within your business. Why is video so key?
So I think the way the world's kind of moving is video. And if you watch even some of the keynotes that Mark Zuckerberg has been doing at the annual Facebook conference, he's all about video. And things are just moving in that direction.
Yeah.
So I think in a few more years, even it's going to be more video focused. Like when you see what's getting the likes, what's getting shared, what are people engaging with, it's going to be more video and less text and photos. And I mean, a lot of that is spawned by kind of economic factors. You know, I mean, it's like, you know, there's people can run pre-roll video ads on things that get more money. So kind of maybe a more cynical approach is that if the money is kind of what's going to be driving the types of social media that are then promoted through these social networks, then yeah, video is kind of going to be where it's at. And then also the younger people just in general are used to video. They grew up with YouTube. Like I grew up in the 80s. Like I didn't grow up with all these things. And, you know, so like, it's kind of funny. I think about like watching, I've lived in New York City for about 18 years. And in the time I've lived here, just riding the subway around, like the subway kind of went from people reading books and the newspaper on the train to then when they got their mobile devices, they'd be reading books and newspapers, but on their tablets and devices. But like now when I'm riding the train, and this is not scientific in any manner, but like just what I kind of looking around the world, almost everyone's watching video, you know, like on their commutes. So I just think like this is kind of where things are headed.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think some people have a hard time wrapping their head around, well, podcast is audio and it needs to stay in audio. But yeah, can you kind of, because I mean, you're taking audio and you're making a video out of it. Can you kind of speak about that?
Sure. So, I mean, I think podcasting as audio is great. I personally love audio as a medium. And what I love about audio, not to diverge too much from our video discussion, but what I do love about audio is that you can have your audio in and then be doing other things. You could be cleaning up or you could be on your commute and, you know, not kind of worried about walking into the wall because you're watching something on your phone. But the entire web is not really made for audio in terms of searching and finding and discovering. And so that's where kind of getting these video clips, and you can actually even do a full podcast episode. But so let me talk about those a little separately. So for the clips, it's kind of like you take, if you take a clip of that podcast episode and then share it out to social, you get a nice way to then be present with your actual main kind of form of, I guess I would call it an art form, you know, is audio, right? So you're creating that into into a video, but it's just there to kind of serve the audio and to help people discover your podcast. So it's kind of taking the audio and just making it ready for consumption across these social media platforms. And then for like the full episode, what we call full episode kind of stuff, where you take a full, say a podcast up to 2 hours and share that to YouTube or wherever, that's just another way to kind of promote your audio in a place that might be made for video. And I mean, the kind of funny thing about that is that people do use YouTube for promoting music and audio and all that types of stuff. And they've kind of finally come around and are offering these music streaming things now on YouTube. So so it's like they're kind of realizing that, sure, it was built for video, but people use it for audio too.
So true. And honestly, it's just, you have to be creative in this day and age, right? To get people's attention, whether it's a blog, you know, a video or audio that you want to share.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, another thing that's kind of great to do is, the format of like stories on Instagram and Snap and on Facebook too is something that you could do with your podcast and kind of just cut it into 15-second chunks of maybe the best quotes or however you think that it's going to do the best for people, you know, that your audience would like. You can kind of slice it up and then get more views that way, get more people interested in what you're doing.
Absolutely. It's more engaging too. So for people that freak out when it comes to new tools, they're like, oh my God, learning something new is going to be too scary. Can you share some of the features and how easy it is to use?
Sure. So we did like the kind of, we have like, it's like a full featured video editor. And if you were to just jump right in, it would be a little intimidating right now. If you just went straight to a blank, what we call blank project and said, okay, I'm in there, I'm going to add some images, some text and bring in some video and all that stuff. It could definitely be a little daunting. So what we did was we call them wizards. And so we have an Audiogram Wizard. And what that'll do is take you on a step-by-step process where it tells you to bring in the media, pick your images, pick a waveform, and then it'll add it into the editor. And then all you really have to do is hit export, or if you want to get more fine-tuned, you can kind of go into the editor and change things. And what we kind of decided to do that rather than just, because you could theoretically just, the entire product could just be the wizard, right?
Yeah.
But we wanted people to have more control because
exactly.
Like you're saying, you want to control for your audience. You want to do very specific, custom and creative things. Like you can't really get that experience in a super simple audiogram creator. So that's why we essentially have this wizard that puts it right into the timeline, right?
Well, and that way you're like people that aren't techie or just don't have the time, and then those people that do like to have fun customizing or playing with it or.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the other thing too, like that a lot of people don't even realize because we've made it so simple to make them is that if you're in Headliner, we've actually signed deals with a number of stock video and editorial and stock image companies. And so you can actually pull, and it's all for free, and you can pull in images to add to your audiogram. So you can have like a slideshow or a true video.
Oh, nice.
All without leaving Headliner. You can, you don't have to like search the web and find
and then import it. And that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and you could do everything from a Chromebook, really. Like you don't need the powerful computer to do any of this either, which is kind of cool.
Awesome. I love that. Now, I know I saw on there that you released just a couple weeks ago that you have some new features, adding, GIFs is one of them, and then turning blogs into video. That one definitely intrigued me. Can you tell me about a couple of the new features that you've got on there right now?
Sure. So, we brought in GIFs from Tenor. And or did you say GIF or GIF? I didn't want to. I don't know what the.
I don't know what the right one is either. I said GIFs, but I'm like, oh, was it?
Then
right?
We're going with GIFs. I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying to correct you. It's a GIF then.
It's all good.
Yeah. So you heard it here first. This debate has been settled. It's GIF. So you could basically add GIFs and loop them within Headliner. We brought that in from. We use Tenor for that. Yeah, it's just kind of as a fun way to make the videos more social. And then for turning blogs into video, that's something that we have in beta right now. And it'll take the blog post, summarize it. You can adjust the summary if you want. And then it'll pull keywords from that and match it to images and video based on those keywords. So it works really well if it's famous people. So think like celebrities, politicians, athletes, musicians. And then we're kind of working on, for the next iteration of it, making it work better for just common noun kind of things. Like if you have a blog post just talking about a particular like travel or science or relationships, like kind of trying to figure out how to make that stuff more applicable. But in general, it definitely, it'll get you to a pretty good place for a video. And then you just, it kind of sets you up so that you don't have to start from scratch. Yeah. And then people generally will go in and make adjustments and switch pictures in and out and stuff as they see fit. But it's really nice because I always found, like, I've used a lot of different video editors and audio editors for various things. And like just that blank canvas when you start out and there's nothing there is just really hard to.
You're like, where do I start?
Yeah, so this, at least you've got, maybe not all the images are what you want to use, but instead of thinking everything from scratch, you can just start replacing stuff.
Well, and it spurs your creativity, right? Or it inspires you, it gives you ideas for sure. And what was the Headliner marketplace?
Yeah, so that's something new we've started where we're kind of testing out this idea around, because like a lot of these things are difficult to make, right? Like, some of the harder videos to create that you might want to put on social might end up taking you, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour. And some people we kind of think might be happier to pay like, $5 or $10 for that just to save time. And we know how to use the tool very quickly. And we have some people that also create stuff very quickly. So at headliner.app/marketplace, you can go there and basically select from different types of audiograms and videos for anywhere from $1 to $10. And then We just you send us your media and we have them created for you and sent back. And then not only do you get the video, but you actually get a link to the project itself. So you could either have us fix them or you can just go in and make the changes as you see fit.
That is brilliant because yes, as entrepreneurs, we are time starved and a lot of us just don't want to do the nitty gritty and they want to have our team or another team do it for us for sure. That is a great idea. I don't think I've ever seen many apps that do that have that kind of done for you element.
Yeah. I mean, our kind of thinking is like, there's like a value somewhere in between a true video editor and like just a marketplace. It's like this kind of cross section where, you know, you get like when I have someone making a video for me, like say in After Effects or Premiere or something, there's always a phase in the project where like, I just want to go in and make a few small edits and it's so close, but instead I have to tell this other person, hey, go into the project file. I want you to change like 6 words or like the style. And it's like, these are things that I could do myself if I had the file and I was running, you know, the software and all that, but it's just so kind of difficult. So that's kind of one of the problems we're hoping to solve here too.
I love that. That is awesome. And so where can people go, of course, to get this wicked awesome app?
So it's available you can go through any kind of browser on your laptop, headliner.app. We actually, we were like jumped on when Google released .app, we jumped on that for Headliner, even though we don't actually have a mobile app, which is, you know, people get confused by that, but I think we're kind of foreshadowing what might be coming next year. But yeah, if you go to headliner.app, you can sign up and use it. It's totally free. Actually, we're, a completely free thing to use. And you know, people always ask us, how do we make money? So I might as well share that now. So we work with large clients, like very large orgs to kind of create like almost like a white labeled version of Headliner for them. That's completely tuned to their organization's workflows and needs. And then we're also doing this marketplace as well. So those are kind of the 2 ways we make money. But other than that, it's free for everyone to use, and there's really no restrictions on it. Yeah,
love that. My only other thing that is a bigger favorite than tools are tools that are reasonably priced and if not free.
Yeah.
Tick off all my boxes, Oliver.
Good. That's great.
Awesome. Well, unfortunately, this 15-minute cruise to move the needle in your business has come to an end. It goes by fast. Thanks, Oliver, for coming and sharing some great tips on how to improve our social media and get more videos out there, especially with your app. So I know more people will be using it now.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Awesome. So folks, if you are looking to achieve faster growth through content marketing, whether it's blogs, videos, definitely podcasting and social media, look no further than smoothbusinessgrowth.com. So have a profitable and productive week, folks, and may the winds always be at your back.